A friend of mine and I were talking about the feeling of being a fraud when we're doing something that we really care about or just putting ourselves out there in some way and feeling that fraud syndrome. And I know that this is something that a lot of people deal with, and I have close experience with it as well. Whether you're an artist or, I felt it a lot when I was teaching yoga. I ran some yoga studios, and yoga runs in line, in special line with spiritual practices. And I found that the feeling of being a fraud was very alive in that role, because I was thinking, who am I to say these things, right? Who am I? And I have not achieved any level of notable enlightenment. And that was a story that was present. However, I started to pay attention to other people who were seemingly achieving a level of success that I thought indicated that they were not a fraud. That somehow they didn't feel like a fraud. And I was hearing and seeing that even the most plugged in person will have moments where they doubt themselves, moments of doubt. And one of the common characteristics of an artist or a creator is that each piece they create never meets their internal standards. And so that was a very helpful first step, was realizing that everybody is dealing with a level of that, feeling like they don't belong or shouldn't, or don't have what merits them to step out into the world and share their gift, because it's not good enough yet. And there's a lot of nuance that goes into growing beyond that which keeps us from achieving, trying, doing, whatever it is, whatever you want to call. There's a lot going on there within us, and that's a lifelong thing. But there is one truth that we can look to if you are a spiritual person or not. I feel like this was a big helper for me. This was a message sent to me by God that said, because I chose to come down here and put on this human suit, so then is born feeling like a fraud. Because we are essentially putting our endless, perfect nature inside of a container that obstructs that vision. Obstructs that vision because we came down here to experience the paradoxes and the material and the confusing and the exciting. None of this experience is possible without first stepping into a place that, by all intents and purposes, obstructs the view, shifts the view, adds color to what otherwise would not have color or shape What am I saying here? Feeling confusion about who we are stands right next to that internal drive and desire, that glow inside that wants to come out. These are the two opposing forces. This is the paradox. That is the experience of being here. And so I really made peace with the reality that I might never feel refined enough, educated enough, complete enough in my art or my delivery to fully step out with confidence and share that with the world. And so, just like anything else in our lives that we have to just make peace with, I made peace with that. And it wasn't an overnight fix, but it has definitely allowed me to step beyond the seemingly unbreakable, crippling obstacle that would stand in front of me that would say, don't stop and share a picture, because of all of these reasons. And paramount to all of them is that you're a fraud and you don't know what you're doing or saying. Maybe so. I hope this helps you. Maybe it's inspired you to pick up that thing that your soul is burning to express or do, even if it's messy, because that is the journey. The beginning steps are so messy, and even the more refined steps are also messy, especially if you're still pursuing the greater expression of it, the higher expression. And those are not the reasons to not do it. I pray that this adds some support and light, some inspiration to your life. See you next time.